What up, boys? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. So, we're going to have a frame leveling situation going on today. We'll be telling you how to level up Sevagoth, or whatever new frame that's coming out, or whatever frame you need to forma, the way I've been doing it for like a while now. It's actually going to be involving some actually pretty late game gears and systems, so this will not be a leveling situation that everyone can really utilize. We'll be using Helmet Subsume, a Kuva weapon, and, you know, like, you're probably going to want to have some good mods on your Kuva weapon as well. So, what we'll be doing is we'll be using an AoE primary, like the Kuva Brahma. That's the one I've been using here. And, like, this was recommended to me by someone, like, a couple months ago. And they had, like, a video and stuff on it. But I'm finally just going to, like, show it to you. Because, I mean, I want to keep the information flowing here. So, you want to basically just have a max damage Brahma build with Vigilante supplies. So, like, basically you'll have infinite ammo. And then Prime Firestorm if you have it. If you don't have it, you might just want to use normal Firestorm. It's basically going to be so you kill a bunch of enemies at once. You do want to have a corrosive build on your Brahma. And this is a Toxin Brahma we're using right now. You could technically use another element of Brahma, but the Toxin one's going to make it so you get the biggest corrosive chunk. It's going to make it so you're actually going to be killing the enemies reliably in one shot. Because this would be a Grenier farming mission on Adaro. On like Sedna or whatever planet it is. You're also going to be wanting to use the Helmet Subsume for silence from Banshee. And you need to actually use the Augment mod as well. Savage Silence. That will make it so you're getting a stealth XP multiplier while playing whatever frames. You can level up any frame in like about 5-ish minutes. So here we are doing it on Zaku because I needed to form a Zaku out. You definitely want to use Prime Shift. Like I said, this is not a very accessible situation, but I wanted to let you guys know this is something that is possible, and it is very easy and straightforward. Now, keep in mind, I do have an XP booster going right now, so I'm getting double the speed of XP, and you also do want to use a Smita Cat as well to potentially have 4 times or 8 times the amount of XP when that Smita affinity buff goes off. So, yeah, just put the Forma on your frame. Make sure you got Savage Silence on there. The rest of the build doesn't really matter. Maybe it has some like decent duration and like range. Strength is not important for this setup. And you also want to have some enemy radar so you know where the enemies are through the wall. And then just start blasting with the Kuva Brahma. You don't need Fire It on there. I threw Fire. I don't usually put Fire It on the Kuva Brahma, but for here I did put it on. But the most important mod is Vigilante supplies. As well as having like major damage. You have a Riven, that's great. If you don't have a Riven, you might want to like downgrade the mission a little bit to like maybe like a lower level Grenier Exterminate besides Adaro. And we'll be doing it on the, not the Steel Path, the normal Star Chart version is what we'll be doing here. So very straightforward and easy here. So just go to Adaro, make sure you're not in the Steel Path, and click the Exterminate. So what you'll be doing here, and you will notice it pretty quickly, is that we are just basically using Savage Silence to make it so we're getting a stealth affinity multiplier from our gun. And it probably would work with the Kuva Ogress as well, but the Kuva Brahma is faster and has higher damage overall, so we're going to go with that one instead. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to recommend to you guys, and as you can see right here, just fly through the mission, kill everything. It's that simple. You know, there's some Greniers right there. You'll notice that sometimes it's not giving the XP multiplier. It's not super easy to just reliably get it, which is why it might take you 2 missions. And I also forgot to recast Silence, which was my bad here. So as long as you make sure you got Silence going, you'll be able to get that stealth XP multiplier from the Brahma. And I was like, why am I not getting the multiplier? I thought it was like an enemy back here. No, it's because I didn't have Silence active. So make sure you just have it recast. That's where High Duration will be a good friend of yours. And then, yeah, if you think the Brahma has ammo issues, you really just need to put Vigilante supplies on there, which is probably the best X-list mod in the game. There you go, 300% affinity multiplier. If the enemy sees you and you blow them up, that's going to be a problem, and you're going to lose your XP multiplier. But even with this very scuffed run, I believe we are level 26 at the end of this Exterminate mission, which is really not too bad, honestly. So, I'm right there, 400%, and it goes all the way to 500% if you just do it pretty flawlessly. So if you're trying to level up your frames for Mastery, like say you like got all the frames for Mastery Fodder, or you want them for the Helmet system, level them up, then feed them to it, this will be probably one of your best bets, if not the best bet. If you have this gear, like I said, this is not accessible to everyone. We're already level 12, killing 50 enemies in, and I didn't even have the stealth multiplier in half of them. So, yeah. The second run definitely went a lot better. But there you go, through the wall. That shot probably got us like 4 levels right there, just from one Brahma shot. So really good stuff there. And if it doesn't look good to you, that's just because I'm not doing a very good job at it. I've only done this like 5 times, and to be honest, I hadn't played Warframe in a week before making this gameplay footage right here. So if you're more like if you're more in the groove of playing things, here's a big chunk over here. This should give us a good level. Just make sure the enemies can't see you before you kill them, and you'll be good to go. Also, make sure you keep recasting that silence, like I said. Don't be forgetful. And yeah, in one mission, level 26 or 28, without even having to do because here's the thing, you could technically do this with what is it called? What's that mod called? It's the one where you put the enemies to sleep from Equinox. That ability, Rest in Rage. That's what it's called, right? That you could technically do that solo, but this is just easier because you're not having to use a melee weapon. You're using the Brahma, which can kill faster than the melee weapon in a lot of situations. So yeah, this is actually just faster and much simpler if you have access to all the stupid gear that's required to do this. Because like I said, it's not really like an early game situation. For early game leveling up frames, you could just do Hydron or whatever, or like maybe like Sanctuary Onslaught if you need to farm for Korra as well, or get some relics while you're at it. There's plenty of other ways to do it, but this is the way I'm going to recommend to you as a veteran player or late game player of the planet channel. They're level 24 with a very scuffed run. If I had the stealth multiplier and all of those, it would be the entire frame leveled up, guys. So you just leave and then redo it again. As you saw, I had no ammo issues with the Kuva Brahma at all. They're 3 minutes level 24. I mean, that's really not too bad. Like I said, it could be much better. So if you really just don't like leveling up frames, because that is one of the most tedious things in the game. Get your Brahma, get your Helminth with Banshee. Banshee's actually a dojo frame, so she's very easy to get an extra copy of. So that won't be a problem at all. And then, getting the Brahma build is probably the hardest part about this, to be honest. Getting the Helminth system, then getting the Brahma build, the two hardest parts. But after that, you're cruising. You're going to be leveling up frames really fast. And it should be no issue at all to get all the mastery out of these guys, to get your maxed out builds, and things of that nature. You saw right there, 300% from one shot. Just keep cruising through, and we were maxed at the end of this mission, guys. So I mean, that's gonna probably be a total of 5 to 6 minutes if you're doing it badly, like I am. So you probably don't want to pass this up. And I don't think it's a bug. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Savage Silence has been doing this for a long time, so it's intended as far as I'm aware. Yeah. So there you go. Hopefully you found it helpful. Like I said, there will probably be a Sevagoth update this week. If there's not, definitely expect it the week after. And oh yeah, it's very important right here. If you don't have Prime Sure Footed, it's probably not going to go as fast. I did do a run of this without Prime Sure Footed, and you just basically get knocked over every shot. But the thing is, without Prime Sure Footed, you can still do this, and it still works. It's just going to be really tedious and annoying. You're getting knocked over every time you fire the Brahma out with Prime Firestorm. So if you don't have that, just put on Handspring, I suppose, or maybe put on normal sure-footed, or if you have to level up Revenant, there you go. You can just not get knocked over there. Or if you're leveling up Atlas or any of those other kind of frames, they have the knockdown prevention. That will be good too. But yeah, Prime Sure-footed that is actually the hardest part of obtaining this whole thing. So I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy and peace.